This game is rated T for ages 13 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org. Hello everyone, Gunvolt here, but you can call me KV. And welcome back to Let's Play Luminous Avenger X2. On the last episode, we started the game. Our main characters of Copen, Kohaku, and Lola got transported to another world, and they met another person named Null, who was very nice. And we got to travel up this big tower and see what's going on. We last left off right here at the main menu, and we have a lot of things to check out. So first and foremost, because I accidentally clicked it while I was in between videos, music. This basically just tells you what songs they're going to play. It's similar to how it was in the first game, so you basically can choose which songs you're going to play, depending on what the stage is. If it's a new stage, there's always going to be a song assigned to that one, so that one will play first, but then after that you can just be like, hey, I want this one to play, and you can even listen to it, which is nice. I really enjoy the Lola songs in this game. Now before we go to our other things, we have mission and talk, let's go to our menu. Our menu screen is kind of similar to how it was in the first game. We have here our EX weapons. These are all the weapons we'll be getting throughout the game. Right now we just have Anchor Nexus, so nothing much to report there. This is a bit different. From the main menu, at any time, including during stages, is when we can go and get our... maximum HP is increased by 5 for each level. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want that. This is where we can get our new abilities throughout the rest of the game. These abilities come in very big handy and are helpful for getting multiple things. Unfortunately, they're all a bit pricey, so we can't really get many of them yet, but I think the ones we should aim for first are probably this one and this one, so that way we can get more money as we're going around, and we always make sure we get it. Other things you can get for abilities here are increases time Copen, is invincible taking damage, the ground marking allows lock-on when colliding with any. This one I actually don't like that much. It sounds good until you realize that how the gameplay works in this game doesn't really make this one a good idea. This one is more for if you are so set in the way of playing the game how it was in the previous game, this is a good one to have. But if you're used to the gameplay in this one, I wouldn't recommend that one. But we can't really get any of these right now, so let's not worry about many of them for the moment. Although there are some cool ones to get for sure. Additionally on the menu, we can also check our level. I'm apparently... oh, right, because I de-equipped the HP thing. We level up by just defeating enemies, so defeating enemies always serves a purpose, so make sure you're blowing up as many enemies as possible, and getting score and whatnot. And then here we have config. Let's do some sound setting here. Let's get the voice up a little bit. And yeah, we'll do that. And then also, if you want to, you can switch the voice language back into Japanese, like it has been for the previous Gunvolt games, but we're going to keep it in English. So the other two items we have here are talk and mission. Talk is an ability, or not ability, but a menu thing that has been in all the Gunvolt games, and it allows you to talk to your party.
Hey boss, have you been using your EX weapon Anchor Nexus at all? As long as it's active, Anchor Nexus transforms your bullet dash into a homing attack. It doesn't fire when you press the button like the other EX weapons do, so it takes a little getting used to, but it can target any enemy on the screen, letting you home in on enemies that your dash normally couldn't touch. Pretty cool, huh?
It is pretty cool. So what talking does is that A, it'll give you some more explanation about how some of the EX weapons work. B, it'll increase your camaraderie with your comrades. And C, it has a little fun lore in there. Not necessary, but it does help a bit. Oh, and D, it also will increase the chance of getting resurrected, a mechanic we haven't run into yet that, if I'm playing the game right, we should never run into, but we'll see.
Remember, it'll turn on and off whenever you press the EX weapon button. Got it?
Let's do another talk.
Hey boss, have you been using your EX weapon?
We just had this one! There are multiple ones we can get. Thank you.
There's more. Then Copen looks at Kyota and is all like,
Isn't that just common knowledge?
how funny is that? Copen knows way too much about tomatoes.
See, these are the conversations I like, the ones that are more kind of lighthearted and play or banter between the characters. Kyota is a character from the first game. We're not going to see him much of this game at all because he's back in the other dimension, because we're in this dimension now.
Sorry for being informed.
Wow, the human world really is different. It's all so fascinating. If it's not too much trouble, I'd love it if you could teach me more about it.
Leave it to me. I'll teach you all kinds of stuff about Copen. Ooh, me too. I can tell you all the secrets about him that only your girl Lola knows.
Wonderful. I promise to be a good pupil.
I'm standing right here. Also, why are you only talking about me?
Because you're interesting. You're very different compared to your Gunvolt main series counterparts. Okay, so that was a nice one. Well, they're teaching them about that. How about I teach all of you about the English voice cast of this game? I touched on it a bit at the beginning of the first episode with the narrator, who was Matt Papa, the original one of the localization directors for Inti Creates. But our main core cast of Lola, Copen, Kohaku, and Null are all pretty good voice actors who have done incredible work. Well, if we go to mission right here, we have some stages to do. We can go back to the first pillar outskirts, or we can go to the volcano block or jungle block, the main stages of the game. There's also, if you notice at the top, there's like a side panel. Don't worry about that for right now. We'll head in the jungle block right now, as I talk about Copen's voice actor, Alejandro Saab.
This place is packed with greenery. It's like the exact opposite of how things look outside the tower.
It's very nice. I like the look of the stage. Alejandro Saab is a pretty good voice actor. He's done quite a bit of good work. Notable performances of him that I'm aware of, at least, that are more in my wheelhouse. Cause I look up like, who did this person voice, and I'm like, I don't know any of these anime. But he's Yuri in the Fire Emblem games. Yuri from Three Houses specifically. So if you've been playing Three Hopes recently, he's that Yuri. In the dub of Pokemon Journeys, he's actually Leon, the Galar champ. Sorry, but I don't like that character. I'm sorry. I'm sure he does a fine job as a performance, though. He's also Professor Kukui in the Pokemon Masters game, so that's kind of cool. He's also Treble in One Piece. I'm always bringing the One Piece back. I like One Piece, so I'm just going to bring it back. Treble is the snot guy. He's one of the Flamingo officers. Yeah, a common thread I'm noticing with some of these VAs is that they either worked on JoJo, One Piece, or I forget what or Danganronpa. Like, that's a common thread. I forget if he did any Danganronpa stuff, but still, it's kind of crazy. But a fun one that I found is that he was actually the voice of Hawkeye in Trials of Mana, which is a remake of Second Detsuno 3 from 2 years ago. Came out in 2020. Really good remake. You should play that.
Don't let your guard down. It may be packed full of nature, but it's also packed full of security bots.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It won't see us as anything more than intruders. We should be prepared to fight.
Alejandro does an amazing job as Copen, so I'm really happy about that. So, I love this little detail of you dash, you make the water go up. I think that's just really cool. These enemies, we can't do much about, so we're just gonna leave them be. This guy, though. Go away. We want to be getting those quick razors so we can get some more money at the end of the stage, so we can get more upgrades, you know? As for Lola, since she's here right now, her voice actress is Cassandra Lee Morris. A voice actress who I think doesn't need much introduction now because she's been in so many dang projects. But if you weren't aware, Cassandra is the voice of Morgana in the Persona 5 games, you know, the cats. Going back to the Fire Emblem thing, she's the voice of Sothis in Fire Emblem Three Houses. and all Fire Emblem related things I happen to use the Sotha's character. Give me that money. Oh, whew. I almost made a big boo-boo there. Recently, I played the 3DS RPG, strategy RPG, Stella Glow. Very good game. If you have a 3DS, I highly recommend you pick that game up. But Cassandra was also in that game, where she played the character Marie. Not to be confused with the character she played in another 2019 game, because she was in so many games in 2019, because she was technically in Smash Bros. Because of Persona 5, and then in Smash Bros. Again because of Fire Emblem Three Houses, and Three Houses came out in 2019, but also in 2019, the game Astral Chain came out, and she played the character Mary Wentz, or Marie Wentz. Different Marie, not the same Marie as the one from Stella Glow. She is a very good voice actress, and I could not think of a better person to play Lola for the English voice casts. It really works out because I feel like she's been... She plays a lot of times these kind of like plucky companion characters to the main hero, and she does a really good job at it. And I'm sure she's done some other good work that's not just that, such as oh she's Iris in Pokemon Masters. That's my favorite champion in the Pokemon series, so awesome. Is there anything else we put down? No, that's all I put down. She's done a ton of roles, so if you're familiar with her work, you're probably familiar with her performance, and she does a crackerjack job as Lola in this game. So I'm going to try to get to 1,000 kudos just so we unlock the song. If I can actually do that. I really like this particular, again, the soundtrack in this game is fantastic. So I do enjoy the main stage themes, in addition to the Lola songs, of course. You know, maybe I should take the loss here. 777. That's lucky, right? That's totally lucky. Alright, fine. I'll worry about the song. I mean, we'll probably get the song if we get all the bonus chips anywho's. Get the money! Speaking of which, can we do anything yet? No. Soon, though! It is nice that you can go into the menu at any time to get some of those new abilities, because that way you don't have to worry about going back to the main menu every time. Grinding for money isn't as big of a hassle in this game, I'd say, compared to the first one. Don't like this thing. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. It's a plant bot. Why would you build that? I don't know. Please go away. Leave me alone. Okay, well, I'll just... Man, those are brambles. He says, deciding that he's going to touch them anyways, because he's silly like that. I am playing extremely recklessly. Oh, we can't get this one yet. Yeah, we can't actually get the bonus chip yet, so, oopsies. I'm going in a specific order that is helpful for me, and me alone. Typically, when I play games that I've already know, I do either the super in-depth, I know everything about this game, I'm going to tell you, or I do the, I'm playing this casually, and this is the I'm playing it casually. Hence why I'm kind of being very reckless and very silly. This is where that other pathway would have gone. We can't go back this way, unfortunately, so we're just going to keep moving this way. We'll come back to get all the bonus chips, because they are needed to get something. So we'll probably spend an episode getting those at a later date. But not right now. Let's focus on right now with the amazing Jungle Block as it is. And these guys. I like these guys. Alright, how we doing? Okay, let's get... shoot. Reduces all damage taken to 1 while still standing on the ground. That's good, but I'll restrain on getting back. It's a bit OP. I'll restrain on getting it for now because I'd rather get more money. Hello! You are a mini-boss. Okay. This mini-boss is really weird. I don't understand what it's trying to do here, but it's a tree, alright. Okay, get away from that. Yeah, so the problem with Anchor Nexus is I always think, oh, I'm locked on, and no, you're not, because you have to dash into them one more time. Ooh, shoot. Fine. The nice thing about healing is that it makes the game very approachable, but it is a very abusable ability. Of course, you won't get a good score, but so if that's what you cared about, then yeah, we're not getting that. Still, though, if I absolutely have to use it in a pinch, I will. Not that it matters, there's no lives in this game. Yeah, there's no lives in this game, so it's not like it matters if you were to die anyways, but still, being careful is probably the smarter thing to do. Okay. I always forget, is there a pit here? And the answer was no. Nope, don't go that way yet. I want to... If I'm not mistaken, isn't there a bonus chip? I think there's a bonus chip up there, but I don't recall how you're supposed to get it without another ability, or without being in overdrive mode. So, whoopsie daisies. Yeah, we only got 2. It's fine, it's fine, we'll come back, we'll find them later. Time to fight the boss of the Jungle Block. I know we kind of went through the Jungle Block really quickly. It is a fun stage.
Well, look who it is. The menacing pests who came to disturb the great Vespa's tea time.
She's cute. I like a lot of designs in this game. Vespa, her voice actress is Brittany Cox. I don't have a lot for notable performances that I'm aware of, but tying her back to Copen... Well, actually, before I tie her back to Copen, she has played Sonia in Pokemon Journeys, another character from the Gen 8 games, which, oh, actually, that does tie back to Copen, because Copen played Leon. In fact, all of Brittany Cox's voice performance that I could recognize tie her back to Copen, because she was Rize in Trials of Mana Remake, so the opposite to Hawkeye, like Copen. And she was also Ingrid Galatea in the Fire Emblem Three Houses game. So she and Copen are very interconnected through how their English voice actors have done different roles over the years. That's pretty silly.
You're using propellers? That's pretty old-fashioned for this world. Anyway, more importantly, we're not here to fight. Could you just lend us your key for a bit?
Hand over my admin key to some bandits who don't even have guest passes? Ugh, you're delusional!
Can we at least have some of your tea?
I also heard what you said just now. You called these exquisite propellers of mine old-fashioned, didn't you? Ugh, how dare you deride a lady's appearance! Now I'm really pissed off! A noble mission has been bestowed upon us to rid this place of intruders. Make no mistake, you shall be the next victim claimed by my roaders!
Her design, like, if you were to make a dress from the bottom, makes me think that she would look like, what century is it? Like, you know, one of those big, poofy dresses. I wonder if there's artwork of that out there. I think it would be really cute. But yeah, so here's our first true boss, Vespa. She is an aerial boss. But a lot of her attacks are pretty easy to dodge. She has these missiles. She'll make these little air bullets. Just dodge over them. They'll try to home in on you at some point. Just be careful about that. And, you know, don't do what I did. However, she does have a weakness. She's weak to Anchor Nexus. Weaknesses in this game are pretty crazy. in which case they really incapacitate a boss. So I won't use it for right now so we can see more of her attacks, like this javelin attack she does, where she comes down twice, and then stings you at the end. I like the design of her being this fancy bee-type robots. Not quite sure how that has to do with the jungle, but you know what? I'll take it. As a boss, she is a bit more difficult from how the gameplay wants you to go, because again, the game really wants you to do more ground attacks, and she is definitely built for aerial. And here's her super attack. Super attacks in this game have a bit of different sing to them. Pun slightly intended. They are instead animated cutscenes that play out, as opposed to just static images. Which is kind of cool. So let me be smarter about this. Of course, they'll only use it the one time, so that's all we're going to see from that. But still, kind of neat to see that we've upgraded from static images. Not that I had a problem with static images, mind you, but it is kind of cool. Speaking of which, that's what Copen's is. As you can see, Colossal is spelled like that because of Lola. Bye-bye! It's okay, she's a robot. She'll be fine. Anyways, we just needed the key. Diplomacy failed. We just needed the key, ma'am. Didn't need to fight you. But it's fine! B rank. B rank is the most common rank you'll be getting in this game. The rank goes from, I believe, D to S++. I think there's actually a rank above the S++, but heck if I know how to get it. B is basically the most middle of the road. You didn't die, you played it pretty safe, but you also didn't get a ton of score. Also, you didn't do it very fast, so those are the things it grades you on. But beating a boss will get us a sub-weapon, so we get the EX weapon of Whirling Chopper. This is a very good ability, and that's why I wanted to go for this boss first, because of what it can do.
Welcome back. How'd it go? Hey, Kohaku. So, we found the key on the Gravekeeper's body. I guess that means... Yep. It came down to a fight after all.
Don't beat yourself up over it, Lola. The Gravekeepers aren't like me. They're a special kind of worker. The Pillar's auto-maintenance system should have them fixed up in no time.
See, they're fine. They're fine!
Thanks, Null. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, we already got the key, so hopefully things will be more friendly the next time we meet. Oh, boss, I almost forgot. I used the data we got from that...
Yep, that's the EX weapon we got.
I went ahead and registered it in your pause menu. Now you'll be able to use it right away during your next mission.
Yay!
What is an EX weapon?
It is a thing that we're going to break the fourth wall to explain this now.
Special weapons I can create using data I collect during battles with super strong opponents. Naturally, they're not one-to-one copies of their weapons. I put my own spin on them.
Wow! You're incredible, Lola! So useful! And multi-purpose, too!
You think so? Aw, shucks, you're making me blush.
Each of the Pillar security bots and Gravekeeper should be vulnerable to at least one of them.
Exactly, just like Anchor Nexus was the weakness of our friend Vespa that we just beat up.
If I can make use of each weapon at my disposal, I'll gain the upper hand in combat.
Great job, you two. Should I get started on maintenance?
Here, let's talk about Kohaku's voice actress. Her voice actress is Kira Buckland. She's probably most notable as 2B from the Nier series. I've never played those games, but I've heard great things about them. She actually played Trucy Wright in the recent Ace Attorney games, and I love that character, so that's really cool. However, her main claim to fame right now is being the voice of Jolene Kujo in Part 6 of the JoJo anime, one of her favorite characters, apparently, and so that's really cool that she get to voice that character. She's kind of all over the place in terms of different characters she voices. We have Kohaku, we have Jolene, we have Trucy. She's Kyoko in River City Girls. That's my favorite of the two main characters of River City Girls, so that's kind of cool. In fact, her design looks similar to Kyoko in a little bit. Okay, it's the hair, and that's about it. And then two other things that I have noted on here is that she's the voice of Rebecca in the anime Eden Zero. That will come into play later as to why I bring up that specific anime, but don't worry about that for right now. And she's also the voice of the main character, Crisbell, in an indie game that came out in 2021 called Criz Tales. If you haven't played that game, you really should. Really good. So yeah, I'm looking for like stuff they've done that's like what's popular is in addition to what are things that I've seen personally that not many people may have known about. On the menu screen, you can actually press the left or right to talk to Null.
Produces exceptional. In what way is it different from the electricity in this world?
Fantastic question. Septima energy, I think, is the answer. Null's voice actress is Natalie Hoover. Unfortunately, a lot of the roles that she's been in, I don't recognize because I'm not familiar with a lot of anime. However, from what I could see, she was Sonia Nevermind in the Danganronpa series. She's Sugar in One Piece, who is also a member of the Doflamingo family, so we got a Doflamingo family reunion going on here in this game, I guess. And most recently, from what I could see, she, at least of what I know, she is the dub voice actress for Tomoyo in Cardcaptor's Sakura Clear Card. So, good on her! She does a lovely performance. Before we end out this episode, let's talk to our comrades one more time.
Whirling Chopper will send you flying high. You can even use its propellers to deliver a swift anti-air attack, too. Try activating it in midair, and you just might reach places you couldn't normally jump to. Once you're a propeller pro, you could totally use it to dodge attacks, too.
So remember that one place I was saying we need an ability, and I don't think we don't have yet? This was the ability. Literally the ability to essentially get a second jump.
You can even use it to cool down if you're overheating. What a gem of a weapon.
I don't know about how that works.
It is, but you know it's not a fan.
With that, we're going to end the episode off here. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Luminous Avenger X2. I know that this game it throws a lot at you, and I'm going to throw a lot of information at you, but I hope you enjoy it all the same. It is a really fun time, and we'll be able to go back to some of those areas later and listen to the music more, listen to more Lola songs and whatnot, so I'm excited because this game is really cool. If you liked this video, like, comment, subscribe. Don't have to, you don't want to, but it's always appreciated. If you like the game, please pick up any of the Gunvolt games by Inti Creates. Luminous Avenger X2 is amazing in its own right, though, so if you haven't picked it up yet, highly recommend you do. Give Inti Creates your support, because they do amazing work. Most importantly, though, please have a wonderfully great day, and I will see you all on the next one for when we go take on our next block, which will be the volcano that was mentioned. Yes. Going for lush tropical jungle to desolate volcano land. Yay! Have a wonderfully great day, all. See you on the next one. Until then, ciao.